in the world kind of bird crapped on the hood? Like seriously, that's literally massive. It's like half my hand. What's up guys, welcome back to another MB2 rebuild on the channel. I'm super stoked. The last time that you guys actually saw this car, we were putting and mocking up the body panels. Since the car has been on the channel for a while, no, I didn't sell it. Like I said before in the last video, it's still here and I've actually been driving it a lot lately. I probably put like close to 3,000 miles on it in the last 4 months, like 5 months I guess, which is really not that much. But anyway, we've been driving it. It has all the body panels bolted on. I will show you guys during this video, and also we're gonna be taking them off. I actually got a new fender for it because, as you guys saw in the last video, this fender is actually a Euro fender. So Kevin actually is bringing another fender over tomorrow. But we got some goodies for this car. I'm super pumped. But in this video, we're actually gonna be adding, I got new wheels for the car. And I actually just did an autocross with the car as well, and let me tell you, I have the car way too low. On these NB2s, they actually have bracing all underneath. There's about, I believe there's like 5 or 6 bracing underneath, and they're like a spider bracket closer to the transmission, and there's like 5 bracing bars that go all the way back on the NB2s. So I've been scraping a lot on a lot of things. Like I can't go over speed bumps because the car's too low, and like I guess it might be lower than the NA, but I'm tired of that. And also the car just seemed too low compared to driving a stock car at autocross, so didn't do too well. I wasn't happy with it, so I raised, we're gonna be raising the car 1.5 inches all around, and then also I'll be showing you guys the new wheels. And then we also are gonna be putting the new fender on. I'm definitely be giving you guys a walkthrough of what's going on with the car. Are we gonna be painting it? And also where's the status with currently where the car is. But honestly, I don't wanna bore you guys with raising the car, because obviously like a lot of us know how to raise coilovers. If you guys don't, basically you have a coilover wrench, and a lot of coilovers, I'm personally not a fan of T-ins. They came on the car. I'm a BC guy, or even better, setup coils. T-ins are a little bit cheaper. They're good coils, but they're good beginner coils, I have to say. But like I said, I'm a BC guy, so these are a little bit different. Other than that, but you just use and you kind of just screw it up to raise the car and screw it down to, or twist it down to lower the car. So we're going 1/2 inch all around, and that should be pretty good. Obviously, we're gonna have to make adjustments here and there just to see where the car is gonna be. Definitely need to get rid of this Euro fender. It looks pretty bunk compared to the rest of the car. And yes, we are gonna be painting the car. I think the best thing about this video that I'm super stoked about is the wheels, because I have a bit of a wheel problem. Let's just go ahead in the garage right now. And this isn't even all of them. Let's see. We have the works. We have my Advani. These are the Advani S1 Storms 15x9 with a 225 BF Goodrich. We have the new wheels. I'm gonna talk about those in a second. We have, these are just kind of like knockoff TEs. They're J&C wheels. We have the Mazda Speed wheels that came on the car. Those are still the new wheels over here. And like I said, little bit of wheel problem. I think we have like 5 in here, and then I also have like 3 more sets downstairs, so it's just a slight wheel problem. But hey, I love wheels. Can we just take a second too? This car sits outside. I know. But yeah, it's pollen season in Georgia, so this car is super dirty. I can't wait to lower it back down, cleaner. But like I said, don't want to bore you guys with raising the car, so we're just gonna go ahead and do, she's all raised now. We did 1.5 inches all around. Like I said, we gotta put the wheels on, lower the car, see how it sits and everything compared to how it used to sit. I think this car is probably lower than the NA, even though the NA looks super low with the body kit. That's just kit low compared to actually like the freaking like bracing underneath the car, scraping everywhere, and I can't even go under speed or go over speed bumps. But next thing we're gonna do is, let's go ahead and talk about the new wheels I picked up for the car. So these are probably 2 of the most like sought after and also run wheels on Miatas if you're tracking autocrossing and everything. And they're my personal favorites. I think my favorite wheel and they're a little bit more expensive, is gonna be John Blood's, and then Koenig makes a good wheel now. But these two wheels right here, I know they still make Advanis, but I'm pretty sure this is the wheel that we picked up for the NB. I've always wanted them, or wanted a pair, but it's the 6U, or it's the 6ULs, and this is a 15x9 plus 36 offset, the same width and also offset of the Advanis. They both pretty much weigh the same exact. These are just black Advanis, 15x9 plus 36 offset. So both literally the same width, same offset, and personally I think definitely the best setup if you don't want to rub or have to pull the crap out of your fenders. Anything wider, it's going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to do a lot of fitment with it. But anyway, honestly, the 6ULs, they came up and popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and I kind of wanted a different color wheel than black because I tend to run black wheels on my cars. So I'm happy about this because I've always wanted a pair, but I'm a big Advani guy, so I've always run this wheel. If you guys have followed the channel for a really long time, I used to have a silver kind, basically the same color as the 6UL in the Advani. But we picked this up for the NB. Basically, it's a 225 RS3, so it's a little bit older tire, but it's a 225. But the new wheels that we're gonna be running on the NB, pretty stoked about it. Can't wait to see how it looks on the ground, is going to be the 6ULs. These things look fantastic. As you can see, like, they're pretty light for what they are. I believe they're 12.7 pounds or 12.8 pounds, just the wheel, and then obviously you add the tire in there. But lightweight wheels, I'm all about lightweight because compared to the black wheels that I used to have on the car, on this thing, weight is such a big difference with this car too. The less weight, the better. I love the way that a lightweight wheel feels. So enough talking, let's go ahead and put them on the car. Gosh dang. It's gonna look spicy. I think it'll be pretty perfect. We're gonna get alignment on the car too, 2.5 all around. I'm gonna run camber wise. It's gonna look pretty sweet. Can't wait to see it on the ground, but got the wheels on the car. They look sick. But we'll pick this video back up in the morning. I'll see you guys then. What up guys, it is the next day and we're gonna knock some stuff out. Like I said, we got the wheels on last night, super pumped about them, they look so good. Let's take a second though, look at this. Look at the NA, dude. Look how aggressive this thing looks, dude. I love this thing so much, dude. It's my, oh. I love the way that front end looks, man. Looks so good. Anyway, getting off topic there. But today, we're gonna I'm gonna talk about the car, the front end, basically where we are with it. Kevin's gonna come over, he's gonna bring me that fender because I don't want this Unos fender anymore here. We got a regular fender. Gonna pop that thing on, and then we'll kind of talk about where we are with like rebuilding the car and what are gonna be the next steps with it. So let's go ahead and take off the body panels on the front of the car here. But I kind of want to just give you guys an overview of where the car is currently and how it's set up, obviously, after like we pulled the core support out, because this core support was like back here crumpled, and then obviously this was pushed forward into the intake right here too. So as you guys saw, we used the Tacoma to pull it out, and then obviously the crane to lift it up and kind of make it as best as we could to fit the headlight, everything back on the car. But as you guys can see, it's not perfect. Basically this headlight only bolts up right here in the factory location, but down here we'd have to self-tap. As you guys can see, we did self-tap this portion. This bolt's not in, and then obviously the rest of the factory stuff is perfect over here. We got the radiator bracket on, but this core support is still slightly, like, it's still pushed back, and you guys can see that I was talking about before where I had to get a new latch. So I got one, but you can see that we added spacers right here. It is a little bit slightly ghetto, but until we would actually get a new core support, because this is like pulled forward as like much as like we feel comfortable with that, like except like ripping this seam off right here. So we just added spacers and it's perfectly fine. It latches. The hood latches now down with a latch, and then we just did self tap right here to like kind of, because you can see that the fender or the front bumper actually mounts right here to this factory hole, but we had to push it forward so the headlight would fit. So as you guys can see, the car is definitely not perfect condition right now, and like I said before, if you could take it to a frame shop, I guess, but at the end of the day, to make it perfect, it just needs a front core support. And like I said, they're only 150 bucks, but right now I just want to cut the front end off the car, and then instead of bolting it on, I would want to weld it on. So a little bit later on down the road, we'll go ahead and get a new core support, cut the front end off, and then the car will be absolutely perfect after that. So other than that, like, this thing was actually pretty bent up, and we kind of like made it as perfect as possible, kind of leveled it with the other side, and the headlight fits in there perfectly now, because this whole headlight bezel was like crumpled in and everything. We made it as best as we could, and like you guys saw, like once the body panels are down, it's still not perfect. So it definitely is not going to be a perfect car, obviously, because it was wrecked, but we rebuilt it as best that I can right now without putting a new core support on it. So I'm pretty pumped with how it is right now. Obviously, like over time, we'll probably keep messing with it, pulling it out as much as we can, and then like I said, we are going to get a new core support a little bit later. But we got the new fender coming, and then this thing should be almost that close ready for paint. Yes, we are going to be painting the car. Like I said before, it might be a little bit hard to paint match just because the previous owner, actually not the previous owner, but the dealership that he bought it from, I guess. I'm not sure why, because the car has 80,000 miles, but the car was originally the green color, like the NBs come in. Basically, they took a black and they painted black over the green, so the car looks black, but in the sunlight you can see the green flake come through. I'm kind of bummed because I do love the fact that, like, you can literally tell like the car was green before, because this is literally the engine bay under the car. The door jambs are still green too, but you can see that the car looks black in camera, but in the sunlight you can actually see the green metallic flake come through. So it's pretty cool, but at the same time, like, you know, the green cars are super rare and they just like, they look good. But anyway, so we're gonna get the car paint match the hood, front bumper, fender, and I'm also gonna get the side skirts that we got for the car. Gonna get that painted, probably the front lip, and also paint match the hard top, because the hard top's in great condition other than it needs paint. So the car should look pretty good after that, and we only need that front fender, so we don't have to like do any patching, because taking the UNOS light turn signal thing off the side of the fender would be a nightmare. But anyways, I'm gonna wait and till Kevin gets here, put this fender on, and we'll be good to go. So I also did, off the other bumper that came on the car that was wrecked and like destroyed, I took out the fog lights and also the side turn signal markers here, and put them in this bumper, and it was perfect. It just literally removed it from the other one and just took all of the lights and put them in this one, just because obviously this bumper didn't come with fog lights or the side markers, just came with the bumper. We got Kevin here. Hey. He brought us the fender. This is actually the extra fender that he had from his car, but we got the inner fender in. We're gonna put this back in, and then we'll put the new fender on that doesn't have the UNOS turn signal crap on it. But pop this guy back on, and we'll be good to go. All right, boys, we got the new fender on. Honestly, personally, it's the same color as the UNOS fender over there, but it looks so much better. Obviously, like, we mocked it up and everything. It's slightly bolted on, but there's still that gap here, and obviously the hood's not all the way down yet, or we didn't push it down. We can still open it up, but it looks so much better not to have that stupid basically turn signal thing that the UNOS fender has. But pop the wheel back on there, and also we got the inner fender back in. Obviously we still have to put some clips in right here, but it feels so much better to have an inner fender in there, because when we took the UNOS fender off, because we were running it with no inner fender, there was so much crap under here. But can't wait to get this thing painted. But definitely throw it down in the comments below if you guys have any questions about the car so far. But now that we have all the body panels and everything is kind of in line, obviously we're going to align it a little bit more before we get the car painted, but now we can actually start modifying it a little bit. Obviously we just put the wheels on, but we got front lift, side skirts, and we also got some spicy headlights coming for the car too. I can't wait. I'm also probably going to send these off, and I have a guy that's actually going to tint them. We actually might even do it ourselves, not sure yet, but I love the OEM tinted ones, and also the MSM ones are like 600 bucks. So to me, it's a little bit cheaper to pull these apart and tint these. But we have some aftermarket ones coming. We'll see how those look on the car, but I can't wait to start modifying this car and also paint it to make it one color again. But now that we have all the body panels situated, I can't wait for the upcoming videos. But definitely stay tuned. Next video you'll see is we're gonna be throwing some mods on this car, and I can't wait. So peace out, guys. We'll see you in the next one.